However, if you stay near the bottom of the screen, for the most part, the projectiles will go up towards the top of the screen and avoid you, allowing you to be able to hit them while they're up in the air, deliver your shots, destroy them, get the extra health items you need. Just keep moving back and forth, and you should have no trouble getting past this boss for the second time. We grab ourselves another one of our weapons, exit Corridor 12, and now start to make our way towards Corridor number 2. Throughout the corridors of the game, you're going to see these large red walls that are going to be built up around the different areas, and you'll only be able to go either on the top of it, or bottom, or left or right of it. Most times they're both going to lead in the same area, but a couple of times you're going to have to pick the right direction in order to get through. But that really doesn't occur until later parts of the game. To get access to Corridor number 2, you actually have to shoot and destroy the 4 red panels surrounding the door, and once you do that, you'll be able to enter and head into Corridor number 2. Corridor 2 is the last of the corridors. It has the same background as well as the same types of enemies, so this is our final chance to deal with these types. So they're pretty much going to be throwing everything at you during this time. There's a lot of more projectiles than there has been, and the enemies are definitely moving faster than before. However, our strategies are pretty much going to remain the same. There is a couple of new enemy types that you've seen throughout these, but for the most part it stays pretty much the same. The red fish now, though, move pretty fast, so you're really not going to have a chance to move back and forth to the left and right to destroy them. So really, just stay towards the bottom for them to come towards you, and then when they go up in the air in the upper left or right diagonally, that's going to be your opportunity to shoot them. As it's now time for the boss of Corridor number 2, I'm going to switch my weapon now to the sideways sword weapon. This weapon has 2 short blades that come out of the left and right side of your ship. This weapon is very powerful, but it has a very short range. For this boss, once he appears, stay towards the top area of him as he's bouncing around off the left and right walls. Stay close to him so you're actually able to do damage to him with both sides of your sword as he bounces around. His projectiles, for the most part, are going to be going to the bottom side of the screen, so you shouldn't have too much trouble dodging them, but you're going to have to maybe destroy a few of them in order to get a little bit of extra health while completing the boss battle. Once you've completed it, you get our second key, as well as an extra weapon, and it's time to head towards corridor number 3. As we make our way back, though, we're going to stop by here and deal with another one of these blue mini-bosses in order to grab another one of our upgrades. This boss is the exact same as before, so just quickly move around them and keep firing. If you want to, however, you can get out one of your extra weapons and show that off as well. There's lots of different weapons to choose from, even though the swords end up pretty much being the best ones that you can get. Once he's been defeated, though, you will grab another one of the red landers, allowing us to hold more chips, and now we're going to start heading back. While heading back, we bypass corridor number 12 again, skipping it and going back through and head towards the main area of Naiju. Once back, it's actually a very short journey to the south in order to get to the next area. We use our newfound key in order to enter. We have a save room, but once we enter the bottom, we're now in a new green area of Naiju. Now that we're in a new area, you're going to see that the enemies are actually going to increase in number usually on the screens that you're on, as well as that the enemies are usually going to be faster, as well as harder to kill. There's even going to be some enemies as we get later on which won't be able to be defeated by your normal gun and that you're going to have to use a more powerful weapon. Here is our first mini-boss of this new area. This boss can be a pain because he bounces around towards your direction and it can be hard to get away from him without taking damage. I highly recommend using your sword weapon in order to keep hitting him and doing damage to him in order to defeat him and grab the upgrade. One screen up from that, we end up getting another one of the red landers, and now we're going to actually head back. Over here, entering into this teleport will take us now to corridor number 13. Corridor 13 starts off with some falling meteorites, and this is going to become a common theme throughout the rest of the game. You're going to see many corridors that are going to have this. After that, we have these plants that are standing still while launching lots of different projectiles in your direction. Hang around the bottom of the screen and try to do your best to avoid and shoot as many of the projectiles as possible as they're heading towards you. These enemies are a real pain because you're really not going to be able to defeat them normally with your normal gun. You're going to have to use one of the special weapons or avoid them as they slowly make their way across the screen. We now have an introduction of a new enemy type of the meteorite. A solid meteorite will then go in a circular pattern, launching or dropping many different small meteorites, and once it's complete, they will all start going towards you. Now, sometimes you'll only have 3 or 4 meteorites, or sometimes you'll have a full circle of them coming in your direction. The boss for this corridor is a large ship, which will actually send a ton